developmental drivers. In the booth tonight, I have Sparkalicious and Acceptance with us tonight for this race to commentate. How you guys doing tonight?
Good, good. How are you feeling?
Oh man, I feel better than I did last week. So
Definitely sound better for sure.
yeah, I know, right? I just got the cough.
You're in there, you just start the timer.
Yep, I got it.
I'll let you guys know when to join.
Alright, so I'm gonna wait.
You back out now.
Okay,
You
gotcha.
can back out right now, yeah.
Alrighty.
Only because I'm in there to tell you, you know what I mean?
Gotcha, guys. Alright, so yeah, it's gonna be a big field. We got about 27 drivers tonight. It's gonna be a huge race tonight here at Iowa. We do got a couple guys scouting tonight for some teams. We got Jake Guru out there scouting for NOCO tonight, and I believe Trey's running tonight too, scouting for Hit Motorsports as well.
What am I, chopped liver?
And then Taddy, I mean the league owner. I mean, no, yeah, Taddy's scouting for his underdog team tonight as well. All right, guys, we're gonna blue screen real quick here.
1, 2, 3.
All right, we're jumping in here, boys, for the M&M 200 here at Iowa. We got a lot of people here.
Myself.
Don't feel bad. I didn't have a nice truck either when I tried to qualify with these boys. Alrighty, looking here, boys, we got a lot of comments so far already.
Who's Fatty?
Who's Fatty? Wait, who is Fatty? I don't know.
I think he meant Taddy.
Tyson Comedy Channel. New guy, man. Coming in here. Appreciate the comments. Alright, guys. Alright, guys. We're starting up here, wise. It's going to be button them belts down. And here we go, guys.
Green flag here at Iowa.
Alright. By the way, guys, the settings for tonight, they are running 3 times wear. Black flags are on and stages are on, so it's going to be some good racing here for these guys.
27, they can only pass the lead on the outside.
Oh.
And there's a wreck in the back. 2 cars going through the grass, it looks like.
Who we got here? Big wreck. Still wrecking back here. Looks like Manic.
Big time problems. Yep.
Oh, was the guy on board here? Wise, looks like 3 wide, 4 wide racing here. So it's going to take some time for these boys. They're running sliders, but when they get their setups in, it's going to be a little bit different here. Or the setups on pit road.
Boys and girls.
Oh,
we do have a mall bear in the field.
Oh, my bad. Mall bear's in here as well. I apologize. Boys and girls. It's a lot of trucks.
Full wide in the back.
Steelers 41 got in the wall there on the outside. He got tangled a little bit. Oh, and there he goes around.
Oh, Mall bear skidded past that.
Oh, man.
For that. She managed to go through that wreck.
And the 7 is going to get up into the 2, and he's going to go all the way down to the infield wall and turn 3.
Yeah, luckily for me, riding back here in this number 20, I'm getting to see it all firsthand. Oof.
Holy moly. There's not a lot of room for error there when them trucks got all together up there. The 75 hit the wall and then just trying to check up, and he looked like he got ran over back there. 3 wide again. There's Dew King down on the bottom of the 10 going in the turn there.
Alright. Appreciate the comments, guys. We have 14 people watching here for this developmental race here. So we run up here while I was looking at the top leaders. I believe, oh yeah, it's still a battle right now between the 27 of, I think that's
Jake.
That is Jake. Jake, and then, Taddy, how do you pronounce his name?
Big True?
No, Cirillo.
Ian Cirillo?
Cirillo, alright. Cirillo. Cirillo, alright. I have trouble with my names, so sorry guys.
We could just call him C.
Yeah, we're gonna call him C95. There we go.
C95. Sounds good.
Now, one thing with that is, as you can see, everybody's using a different line. This track does have 4 really good lines that you could run here. It just depends on the driver's preference.
Absolutely. Some are running right near that yellow line on the bottom coming up, and then others are riding right up near the wall. It just depends on how your truck is feeling and how you feel you want to run this racetrack and what's the fast line here.
I just got confirmation. Taddy, Matthew Young says you need to give Dirt Dog a ride there, Taddy.
Yeah, he's been here a little bit. He's probably anxious for a ride at this point.
The thing is, though, the other bad part, and it's coming from you and me as a captain of a team, there's not many spots left on that lower end of after the developmental series. There's not many truck spots left. So it kind of makes it hard-wise to get somebody in a ride if they're going there. Or if you have a spot in Xfinity, it's got to be a hand-picked person. Because they don't want to just pull somebody out of nowhere.
In an early pit stop for the 7, that might be that's more than likely an unplanned pit stop for him.
I got asked a question, Teddy.
Before pit stop. Yeah, go ahead.
DNA asked, will you be making a website for the Racing League?
We're currently working on it. I personally have no idea how to do all of that. I'm just not tech savvy. But with over 200 guys in the league, I'm sure we can find somebody that knows how to.
Get like a little collaboration.
Crash on pit road. I heard a confirmation of crash on pit road, guys. See it. Heard out 18 people, guys. Man, that's a lot of people tonight. Appreciate you guys so much for stopping in here on Friday night. Oh, it looked like President might have had a. Oh, that's President that came down pit road after that issue hitting the inside wall a little bit ago. I'm actually gonna ride on along with Fast Claire. He's been making a good name for himself the last couple weeks.
Whoa, we got a truck way down on the bottom of the track.
Who was that? Oh, big wreck, 1975. Who's that on the bottom that just hit the inside wall?
Oh, problems.
Showtime hitting the inside wall there.
We're at that point in the run where people's tires are going to start falling off and they're going to start getting real loose, which is real fun to watch. Again, this is the development series, so we don't know how these guys are going to react to it. But this is definitely something that we're looking at this point in the race already.
And here comes Showtime to make that pit stop after his accident. He'll probably be getting full fresh he's here at this point in the stage.
By the way, Coke fan told me, he said earlier, I didn't get to say it, Coke fan told you, Taddy, not to wreck.
I haven't yet, but this is a 200-lap race, so there's no telling. Luckily for me, Coke's not in the race, so the guy that I usually make the most contact with is not here, so that's good on my end.
I mean, the reason you like getting in contact with him, Taddy, though, is he's got that pizza, and I know you love pizza.
I mean, who doesn't like pizza?
Yeah, that's true.
Sounds good for later tonight.
Oh, yeah.
And the 2 car of Dash for Cash has made a huge move in 3 and 4 to get past the 18 of Mist.
Looks like some people are already coming down pit road and getting some tires. Johnny Cash is now on pit road. Looks like he's going to get himself some 4 tires here. So maybe already people already starting struggling with that tire wear. Say, hey, I got to get on pit road now because this thing's junk right now.
By the way, Taddy, what is the fuel range-wise for these guys tonight?
I don't know, but I know there's 6 laps left. I forgot to look at it while it was.
Oh, you're good. You're good. How many laps have you guys gone so far?
We're on lap 17, and I still have 5 to go, so figure about 22 to 23 laps on fuel.
Alrighty. Yep.
But here on the actual slider, something that I'm noticing that's probably going to be an issue before the fuel.
And somebody missed pit lane. And another person just spun out trying to enter the pits.
Wally.
That's going to be Whale Racing and I believe you said Wally?
I'll tell you right now, a good-looking car. If you guys want to look, Rob on man, he's actually running a nice-looking scheme tonight. That's a nice-looking 88 truck.
Checking you out here, Taddy. Here, looks like you made a pass on the outside of the 18 truck there.
Yeah, I'm sitting in 6th place right now. Just giving you a heads up on who the leader is Cien Cerillo.
Oh! So I mean, I don't know if I don't know if I would penalize him for that, Taddy. But I mean, you can't really. Well, can they get penalized in development? Not really. I don't think.
They don't have any points to take away from them.
And that's going to be
however,
Jake. Jake has just hit the pits.
We have dropped people from the league for dirty driving. So.
Well, no, the reason I say that is Manic had an issue off pit road with, I believe it was Rebel. The thing was, though, it glitched him and it turned him up the track into President. So I don't know if you would go with that. It's even on the stream too.
And then here comes the leader to make his pit stop in C95.
Wow, pit road is really busy now. I see about at least 10 to 12 trucks on pit road.
So we got a legendary person that just joined the chat, Mr. Arch. He's helped Giggity out so much in the last couple months. I appreciate everything he's done to help us out here. I mean, that goes to say with Puddin as well. I mean, I know Puddin's not here tonight for in the booth, but again, I appreciate so much for the help.
I'm glad I pitted. My right rear popped on pit lane.
Alright, we got people cheering for Probe out here. Ford Probe, man. Ford Probe Bomber. He's getting, let's get him a little airtime here if I can find him here, guys.
I think he's in like a purplish truck.
There he is.
Real quick, shout out to Coke FN. He just privately messaged me not to wreck, so it's not just on the screen. I'm sorry, that could pop up on my screen. Everybody's got to have fans, right?
Yeah, right. If not, you have the enemies.
Yeah, also facts. Cien Cerillo has taken back over the lead after the green flag pit stops.
Yeah, they got that shout out, get a little bit of airtime here for Probe. I think it's his.
Oh, well, we got problems in turn 3. The 7 truck is stalled.
That was scary. I peed, but only a little bit.
President having an issue tonight.
It seems like some contact between President and Trey got that all started. If
Uh,
not, Trey did get some contact from that wreck.
Teddy,
Yes.
he just backed up the whole way to the pit road wall.
He's trying to get out of the way, maybe.
He might be. I think he's out of
underpowered
gas.
down at the bottom.
Oh. Boy, it looks like our...
But yeah, looking here, what's the comments, guys? I'm actually going back to the field here. Go back up to the leaders here. Looks like we might have had one guy lag out, guys. I think Duke King lagged out. Shame to see that.
Yeah, I think he had a little trouble earlier. He was spun down on the bottom of the track. Now it looks like the truck has been retired for the evening.
Nah, I don't think I don't think President is having a good night. Wow, it's Taddy. I'm looking on Taddy here. It looks like he's in a little bit of a hornet's nest right now.
Just a small one.
What a move by Taddy though, right there, to get to the inside of the 50 and take that forward line.
That's 7. Oh.
Yeah, what is that 7 doing? He's just parked there at the bottom of the track.
Hold on, my guys. Your call, Taddy. The 7 back out.
Your call, actually. You're the development admin. It does look like he's out of fuel, though, on my end of driving around the track.
Let me look here real quick.
Man, he's in a very dangerous spot. Luckily, he's probably ghosted. That's probably a good thing.
Yeah, he's ghosted. That's what I'm saying right now. I mean, there's no issues whatsoever with him. Other than just visually seeing him on the track.
It's just scary on the stream because he looks solid.
Alright.
He's about 2 truck lengths down under the apron.
Okay, so DNA said the 7 had a very bad crash, and he might be out of gas, and the 19 lagged out. Okay, so there's update for you guys.
Who is driving that truck?
Of
Fast Cleos. His is a really nice truck.
Oh, yeah, I saw him in qualifying. He's got a nice looking ride. Let me get back up here to the front, guys, with I believe it's Jake and
I see Cerulo.
C95. Looks like Jake's stretching it right now. Stretching his legs on him.
Oh, whoa! 3 truck, that's down on the bottom.
Yeah,
That's
Showtime
Ball
just
Bear.
took the 3. Yeah, Showtime just KO'd the Ryan Newman, the 3 truck.
Another thing about with Jake out here in front, he did pit a lap earlier than C95 did, so that could also be helping him get that gap that he has on C95 right now.
Alright, so I'm guessing, let me look here, guys. Oh! Uncle Sticky just lost it down the backstretch.
Oh, there's some trouble on this backstretch.
Yeah.
Lap before we had that other incident with Ball Bear. Oh, now 77's around. Oh!
That was actually one stream. Oh, man. I don't know if that was lag or what, but he's against the wall right now, and Uncle backed out. But no, that was a lot of...
That was definitely problems there. Man, wow. Looked like the 77 just spun around right in front of Jake there.
But I believe, as we were hearing, I think the 7 actually left the race, I believe. Yes, he did. So we got about 3 trucks out of the race here tonight, guys. We got Duke
Now, from
King.
the Tony V Vans, C95 did take the lead, I believe, if I am correct.
Oh, he just smacked the outside wall coming out of 4.
Oh, 4 trucks around. Turn 2.
Yeah, he got loose on exit, come down and smashed me. It spun him back out to the outside wall.
That was a hard hit for the 4 truck.
Was that Rebel?
Yeah, I think it was Rebel. I don't have the name tags on my screen, so only the people that are for position pop up.
It said it took Jake back to second with lag.
Probably that incident that you had seen earlier is what that's talking about. We should be seeing green flag pit stops coming up here again shortly. I'm at 8 laps left of fuel, and there was people that had already pitted by the time I had gotten to 6 prior. So pit stops should definitely be coming up here again shortly.
Thank you for that update, Teddy. Appreciate that.
Kiss him.
Also,
it's 21 laps to the tank.
21? Alright.
How's the tire wear going so far?
Like I said, when I run the full fuel run earlier, my right rear popped on pit lane. So, 6 to go.
Oh!
Right now.
Oh!
Leader got wrecked. Leader got wrecked. Rebel was spinning in front of the front stretch and wrecked C95.
Wow.
Wow, I was actually on board with that. I was riding on board with him.
Man, what a tough break that is.
You know, that's a tough one, but we tell these guys in development that where you finish doesn't necessarily mean a whole lot, as we're looking for cleanliness. We have the broadcast go through the field, you know, so that if anything, that's going to hurt the 4 truck and his draft stock. But as far as I would imagine if it's 395 as the leader, that's not going to affect him very much.
Indeed, indeed.
And while all that is going on, pit lane has started to get busy with people starting to make the final pit stop here in the full stage.
There's Papa Bo MUSA. He's coming down pit road in the 51 truck, the Kyle Busch Motorsports machine.
I'm having a lot.
Just stopped on the track. I'm not sure what happened.
Oh.
I might have just messed him up.
I'm having a lot of people saying that the 4 needs black flagged.
Probably
And
for
the 79 just wrecked in turn 1 and 2. On the
79 is one of the team captains. That is Trey for Hit Motorsports.
It's been a while since Trey's been in a truck, though, Taddy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't drive these too often.
I mean, he is our
He is the truck
season
champion. Season
3?
2 truck champion.
Season 2?
Season 2.
Season 2, yeah.
Oh, and
Oh!
around he goes again.
I believe he might have a flat tire.
I believe you might be correct. Boy, that thing just snapped around like you said. It probably does have a flat tire, and he just
it
went around
snapped
again.
That
Yeah.
is definitely a flat tire right there. Here comes K-Taddy making his pit stop, passing him.
Doing some pirouetting down there on the bottom.
Matthew Young,
Oh. That I haven't.
on the fin. He may be the guy that I might have possibly got.
Oh,
into the
big
race.
wreck! I don't know what's going on back here. It looked like a big wreck between. It looked like Dirtwell was back there, and believe. Who was that? Oh, that was CD Derby Boy.
Derby Boy, yeah.
Yeah, they looked like there was a big accident back there between, I think, Dirt Dog and him.
Oh. Yeah, I'll go with you.
Let's go back up here, Wise. Looks like Dirt has a little bit of a loose truck. I don't know if you guys can see that. Looks like
Unfortunately,
maybe.
guys, I will only be running stage 1 of this race. I got some stuff to do before I have another league race tonight. But man, it's been a blast being up here in the booth with you guys and racing with these development guys. I don't get to do this too often, but I've definitely had a good time.
I appreciate the commentate there, Taddy. You're always welcome up in the booth here, man. Appreciate it, though.
I'm still gonna finish the stage. I just come out of the pit, so I think there's like 18 to go.
But I do appreciate you stopping in there, man. It's always
Absolutely, man.
welcome to have the league owner in here in the commentate booth. I know you're busy with everything else, but it's very greatly appreciated you come up here, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, it's fun sometimes to be able to get down. 16 to go, real quick.
Well-
it's fun to be able to get down here and run with the development guys. I haven't even run with probably half these guys before, so this is my first time. It's actually a treat, man. Some of these guys are a lot better than the mindset would put you in when you hear developmental series. You know, there's the few rough edges, of course, as we're working with people, but a lot of these guys are very talented for just being in a developmental series.
I'm gonna ride along board on a new guy. Just actually started tonight. Missed Big Two Belly. Just actually signed up maybe less than 15 minutes before the race started. And he said, "Hey, can I have a shot at running in here?" And we said, "More than welcome. You can run in here." He looks like he has a good lane running right now.
Looks like things are starting to settle down a little bit now. Looks like everybody's kind of just running their race now.
I think it's at that point now. It's everybody's made 2 stops. You've been able to put your setups in, as well as the stage is coming to an end within the next 14, 15 laps. There's not really any reason to get racy, as here within just, again, the 14, 13 laps now, the field is going to be racked and stacked and get to go all over again. So at this point, everyone just wants to do what they can to stay on the lead lap as everything's about to get reset.
As soon as I say that, they're going 3 wide and turn 3.
Yeah, I'm following those guys. I
somebody-
wasn't going to say anything, but
Who's in the inside wall?
one of the trucks.
Uh,
I truly. Oh, inside wall that's ghosted right there. That looks like that was Trey.
that's what I thought it was. Yeah, it looks like Trey got his stuff back rolling in. But
That pass that you just seen for positions, that was 3-4 wide. Those guys are running for position. That's Ford Pro Bomber and Dash for Cash in the 2. They're actually battling for a top 5 here to end this stage. So kind of neat. Dash for Cash started 26th. I know this because he started in front of me, and I was last on the field in 27th. So he's having a good run, going from 26th up to currently sitting in 5th place.
A very good one for that truck right there. And it seems like the 52 just got loose off the corner and hit the grass a little bit, but he's going back straight again. That was right in oh, no, that's not the 52. That is, Probes, I believe, Taddy,
Yeah,
in front of you.
Ford Pro Bomber is one of the 2 trucks in front of me. I'm not sure which one, but I seem to have caught 2 seconds on him here lately, so I'm assuming it's that blue and purple machine in front of me.
Yes, I believe
rear
that was the truck.
bumpers, the rear bump. Yeah, that's you, Taddy. Yeah, You're catching him. In front of him is Rub on him, so it's Ford Pro Bomber and Rub on him is in front of you right now.
Pretty good run for Ford Pro Bomber though. He's sitting out in 7th. That would be for position, but he's sitting in 6th, so he's got a good run going himself. I'm not sure where he started, but either way, when you have 27 trucks on the field and you're sitting inside the top 10, it's a pretty good run.
Right on board here with Canfield. Nice looking 33 truck here tonight.
Ooh, and Showtime hits the wall in the back stretch, and he hits the inside wall head on. Big hit.
Showtime looks like he's got a really bad in-handling truck. I watched him pelt the outside wall coming out of 4. We got a lot of guys had motor issues backing out of this race.
My screen's showing 4 people that have backed up.
Yep, 4 people.
Right on board here, look like right on here with Joker. He actually just messaged me saying that he's not having a good race. I mean, it might have been just a slider issue, might be a driver issue. No, not saying that he's not a good driver. It's just some tracks drivers aren't. That's not their favorite track. I mean, Taddy, what's your not favorite track?
I can't stand Homestead. Absolutely hate Homestead.
Let's see, there we go. What about you, Acceptance? What's your least favorite driving track?
Driving track is, I would probably have to say a road course if anything, but just a normal oval. Let's go, I'll say Martinsville.
Yeah, it's braking zones for that. What about you, Spark? What's your most non-like track here in the racing scene?
I like most tracks. I don't have a problem with most tracks. Some of them are tougher than others, but if I had to pick one, it'd probably be Talladega. And it's probably because I have the worst luck at that track.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm not a fan of super speedways either. They're luck of the draw there. You're either in the race or you're completely out of it. Those are your 2 options. No in between.
Another thing about the super speedways, if we're going to be on that topic, is you also have to have good people to work with. If you don't have that, then you might be out of luck at restrictor plates too. So.
Oh yeah. So I'm actually riding on with NASCAR. He's actually a dirt boy and asphalt boy at the same time. He's been running both scenes here, wise. Very impressed with him. I mean, hopefully getting him a ride.
Fast Claire's just pitted. The leaders are getting ready to come to 1 to go.
And somebody just spun out in turn 2. That's going to be Wally. Had just lost it out of 2. Seems like he made contact with a couple other trucks, and then it just spun him. I believe he might have a flat tire, actually.
Yeah, he's doing what the 70.
Somebody else just backed out. I'm not sure who that was.
Looks like he's having the same problem that the 79 did a little while ago. He's doing that pirouette and stuff down there in the corner.
Now the good news is if we can hold it long enough, he might be the first call 1 lap down when we get to the stage break, since they were on 1 to go.
As we see here, I don't know if that was just because of the end of the race. It looked like the 52 was getting turned down the front straightaway.
Yeah, that was the end of the stage.
Hey! The legendary Puddin has entered the chat. Oh no! As I was just talking about him, Taddy.
So, Jake Terrell, Young Boy Terrell, Cianciarulo, Pro, Dash for Cash, myself in 5th, Canfield, CD Derby, Boy, Papa Musa, Rub on him, and Fast Claire round out your top 10. Only the top 5 were on the lead lap at the end of that stage, but Fast Claire, as I declared, he had already pitted, so I'm sure he's going to do a wave around. However, that was his intentions. I'm going to stay in this lobby until they end, and I'm not going to pit.
But no, Taddy, as I was just talking about him, NASCAR just lost internet.
Oof, that's rough.
Yeah.
You jinxed him. You jinxed him.
Nah, I felt bad though. He's a good kid. I've actually raced with the guy on dirt. I mean, I've raced with him on asphalt. He's fun, enjoyable to race with. So you see here, Wise, looks like
Jake
Jake to the
looks
point,
like he's in front. Yep.
coming in stage 2.
That's the thing. That's good to have versatility in here. Have some dirt guys come in here, run on the asphalt. It's nice to go over there and run with the dirt
And they're
boys once in a while.
4 and 5 wide in the back.
Oh,
Yeah, so I'm 100% certain a few guys are going to be mad at me right there, but pitting with 2 to go in a stage is illegal and it is a penalty, so I decided I stayed in the race so that I did not pit, so nobody got the wave around.
yow! Holy smokes!
On that note, guys, I'm going to head out of here. Thanks for having me in the booth.
Oh, no problem, man. Have some fun. I know you're gonna get some pizza.
We are going to get soda, not pizza, but pizza sounds really good now, so that might be doing a 82 on what we were going to have for dinner and grab some pizza.
75 gets hit.
Oh,
Oh
second
man,
that.
C95, man, he's getting railed on the high side right now. I mean, he's been trying to give everybody room, but he's literally been almost about putting the wall about every corner.
I also did find a stream, guys, so I can we can get laps in
Jake
here.
is streaming, by the way. So.
So was Mist.
Oh!
Oh!
Yowzers!
What a save! I was on board with C95. What a save!
Man, these guys are all over each other now.
There's so many trucks.
Don't know who to look at for the time being.
Oh no, guys! Ford Bomber lost connection to the race.
Oh no!
Oh man, such a good run coming from him tonight.
Looks like the 15, 14, and 2 going 3 wide, 2 through the middle, and he's gonna make it walk.
Oh, that looks interesting. I'm gonna ride on board with that. That looks interesting.
Oh, and the show time's around again in turn 4. It's definitely been a show to forget about here for him, boy.
14 gets into the outside wall. That's gonna make him lose some time to these two. But he will get that big run off of top.
Ooh, Papa and the 52 trading paint there a little bit down the back stretch as they go into turn 3.
I do believe that is a battle for position too with the 15 and the 2. They are going at it.
Man, just battles all over the racetrack. There's somebody coming down pit road. That's showtime. Not been a good night for him at all.
Oh, there's a lot of racing, a little wiggling back and forth back here. With Belly, Pappas and Rebel, and I believe that's Johnny. Man, that's a tight 4-car pack there.
Put a blanket over them.
Oh yeah, it's 3 wide. Johnny puts it 3 wide. Oh, and he makes it work.
Wow.
Wow, Johnny on the inside. What a run.
Oh, but here comes the 18.
To run
Here
back.
comes, yep.
Ah, 52 put it right in the wall.
Now that is one thing about this track too, is you can make those big runs like that, like what Johnny did, but if you can't stick it, you might lose some time to the guys getting the run off the exit.
That's absolutely, especially if you really do peg that wall just sucks you in, and then you lose everything just as quickly as you got it up there.
Johnny is making moves everywhere. Holy moly.
Now Derby Boy's going to get in the mix too, and the 8 truck there right behind him.
Oh yeah. I was actually riding on board with him. That's why when I was saying Johnny's all over the place.
There's a pack of about 7 trucks right there going at it.
Looks like Johnny's having trouble getting off turn 2. Oh, whoa! Yeah, it looked like he was getting in trouble off turn 2. That's the second time he's gotten real loose off there.
Yeah, Francis, it'll be next race, man. Keep your head up. Take the truck to the hauler, bring it back next week, and I believe you guys are going Let me look here, actually, for these guys next week. They are running... I actually have to look here. They are running... Ooh. That ought to be interesting this week.
Whoa! Got somebody around. Is that Canfield maybe into 33?
Well, CD got in the inside wall too, so I don't know if that was him or not.
Ooh, and Fast Club comes down a little bit and gets into the 95. Then he's gonna get tight in the center. He's gonna hit 15 just a little bit. 15 lets off, and now the 95 and 15 are going at it.
By the way, guys, next week they get to Watkins Glen with the Cup cars. That's why I was like, that's gonna be. Oh, it's Fast Claire is loose. Like,
It seemed like he got to the wall before he went down there, so he might have hit the wall and just got loose off the wall.
Putting in the booth is Sparkalicious, Acceptance, and yours truly. Yeah, it's gonna. I'm gonna go back up to the front leaders here, Wise. Let me see here, Wise.
I think Jake's still leading, and if so, he's got quite a gap on everybody at this
Oh
point.
yeah, dude, he's checked out. The thing is though, there's only one mode for Jake. It's either just check out. That's it. Jake is so quick. He's a very smart kid. I'm gonna tell you right now, extremely smart. He's just like, I feel like it's literally between him and UK. I don't know who's more quicker. Because the thing is though, the way they race, their racing is almost identical. I mean, I know they race for NOCO Racing, but what do we got here? Oh, big wreck! I saw that.
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah, four truck in the outside wall, and there was another truck involved in that as well.
I think it was Wally, I believe, because he went down pit road. So looks like Mannix, the Ford truck of Rebel, are coming down pit road for their, I guess, the middle of their stage here was.
Yeah, sorry about cutting you off there.
The thing that helped out Jake here was on that restart, K-Taddy made sure to stay out so those guys didn't get that wave run and free pass because they did pit with under 2 to go. So it gave him the free lane to the outside to pull away, plus all the other guys battling back there behind him.
Just confirmed too. Showtime has backed out of the race. He said his wheel actually stopped working in the middle of the race. So,
whoa.
We've actually had that happen in a regular season. Last season playoff race, I believe it was at Texas for Roofer. His wheel actually wouldn't work, and it cut the wheel hard left and went straight into the inside wall. I remember that last season broadcasting the race because he just cut left out of nowhere. So
and while all that is happening, you have second, third, and fourth place pitting with Dashed for Cash, C95, and Young Boy Terrell. Also, like Jake did pit too.
Yeah, he's on pit road now. Just as you said that, yeah, he just hit the pits right now.
Alrighty.
It's interesting about the wheel thing. I've had that happen to me in a race as well. Mine actually, during the restart, actually, the stand that it was on, it fell off the stand while I was racing, and I was able to actually get it back on and get back on again, even without losing laps, surprisingly. So it does strange things like that happen. Jake just came off pit road.
Steelers looks like he got 2 penalties, guys. I'm gonna be right back. I'm riding on board with C95. I have to use the restroom real quick, and I'll be right back.
Okay, take your time.
See, man, it looks like the field's kind of spread itself out again, like we had late in the run in the first stage.
That is another thing with this track, is with how long the pit lane is and how long pit stops off. And 14 to 16 seconds, the pack just spreads out a lot from that. The
Absolutely.
faster ones to pit lane will get in pit lane better and they'll gain more time. And the ones who are a little bit slower, they're going to lose some time because it's just the size of the pit line.
I've noticed tonight that people have been getting on pit road pretty good tonight. This is not an easy pit road to get on. Plus, you have to be mindful of the pit road speed as well. But these guys have been doing a pretty decent job getting on pit road, and not having too many problems there.
Yeah, I would have to say this is probably one of the tougher pit lanes to enter. I mean, this one, Chicago, like its own beast, basically. Like, you might want to spend a whole practice session just getting used to pit lane for those two tracks.
See what we got going on here. There's take a look. Dirt Dog here at 10.
And as we look behind the leader in the 27 truck, you have C95 and Dash for Cash battling it out for the second spot right now.
Yes,
And then
indeed.
right behind them, you have a lap car, and then behind that, you have Young Boy Terrell, I believe, and he'll be the 4th place car. And he's in the 15 truck.
Yep, there he is, right behind the aforementioned Dirt Dog there.
Dash with the crossover move on the straightaway. He's going to try to get some side draft entering the turn here, and then he's going to take second back. And now
Look at that
with the
crossover,
crossover from the
that was-
95. And he's going to cut off his nose a little bit.
Wasn't quite sure if he was clear or what was going on there, but they get it back going together and keep on rolling. That was a nice crossover move.
Another thing here about Iowa is you would think, oh, it's a short track, there's not going to be a lot of draft. Well, you can get some draft on that front stretch if you get a good enough run coming out of the corner. So he
That's a
could
good-
be using that to his advantage right now.
That's a good point. You can get quite some good runs like we saw earlier when Johnny Cash was getting in there 3 wide and was able to get them runs like that. Same thing. Oh, look at the 2 on the
C95 is
outside.
gonna-
Whoa!
C95 hit the outside wall, came down, and then Dash took advantage and took that outside lane.
Alright, I'm back, guys.
Pushing back.
Well, welcome back.
And while all this is happening in front of him, the 15 truck of Terrell is just slowly catching back up to them.
Tell you what, this is some good hard racing between the 2 and the 95. They're rubbing a little bit, they're bumping a little bit, but they're still keeping it clean and still keeping it going. Not having too many issues here, but boy, just
Because the
some good
thing
hard
is,
racing.
though, what makes it kind of interesting, what you say about leaning and rubbing. Oh, as we see the 2 in the wall.
Oh,
What I was gonna say is the 95's been running that bottom lane. That's literally been his lane. He hasn't moved up. The lane that the 2 might be running is maybe his lane. That's why they keep rubbing. It's because there's a certain lane you can not lean on them, but that lane, I was doing it in qualifying. You can get a run like that off the side draft a little bit off them going in the center of that corner. So he was just getting momentum off from there.
And like I mentioned, there being a draft effect here sometimes, there also can be a little bit of a side draft effect when you that a lot of drivers have been using to their advantage here.
Oh yeah. See, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I mean, I know some of you. I mean, heck, most of you guys have came out of development. It's fun to run with these guys. It literally, you have to think how to race because again, you're normally racing with the same guys every week, day in, day out, and you jump into a random room, a bunch of guys in development, and it puts on one crazy show.
yes, it does. Definitely right about that. It does put on a definitely show indeed. All these new guys out here, everybody running different lines, different braking zones. People pick up the throttle quicker than others. Different pitch strategies. I mean, it's just kind of just an all around, just a fun little show.
As you see here, wise, I believe C95's in second, right?
Yes, he is in second, Dash for Cash in third, and Young Boy Terrell is in the 4th position with Jake out front.
think it was talk in the pre-race show that pretty much basically those guys in the top 3 or 4 were the mentioned names that were going to be fast here. They said, whoa, as that's going on, purple truck around on the front stretch.
That was Ware, I believe.
I believe that was Mr. Ware there.
Yes, that was Whale Racing.
Oh, the 8 of CD around.
Oh.
Trey's around on the front stretch.
Trey's gonna save it. And right in front of all this is your leader just making these, running the outside line with Jake. He's running that outside line, just sticking it, nothing happens that gets up in his way, as he's just gapped second and third.
Who is the 2 car, by the way, guys?
The 2 truck
Dash.
Dash.
And it looks like them 2 are back at it again. Oh! Somebody pancaked the wall up there. I wasn't sure who that was.
It looks like the
Okay.
3. Maybe. They're coming to pit road.
F95's on pit road. Terrell right behind him in the 15.
8 of CD boys, Derby boys back here too, going to pit road as well.
Yes,
Yeah,
this will be the final pit stop with 19 laps to go here.
In stage
In the
2.
second stage.
So, yeah. See, guys wise, it's a long race for these guys. I mean, I know all these races are 100%, but trucks wise, it feels weird. I don't know why, but I feel like it feels like it's a long race. I mean, for me being a truck, Gander Mountain Heavy Duty Series truck driver, I don't know why, it just feels like it's a longer race. I mean, it probably feels longer for you, Spark, when you're running an Xfinity, so...
I don't know. I guess it just depends. I mean, I've raced in that in the Canadian Tire, and it seemed like it went by pretty quick.
As we see the 18 put the 91 in the wall.
Another thing, as you were talking, there's the leaders just have started to pit. You have Jake down there, dashed, and you got, who is that in the 5 again? That's Fast Cleo, and many others. The 95 is still out there on the track, though. He's trying to stretch a little bit longer than these guys. I'd expect to see him in here in the next couple laps, too.
Going back to your point, though, about Iowa being a long race, it does kind of seem that way tonight. But you wouldn't think as small of a track as this is, it wouldn't be that long of a race.
Man, I'd say it right now, Wise. I mean, roughly these guys, and I mean development, I mean in a series of development, or even if it's trucks itself, we finish roughly around 8:30, give or take. With this being just I don't know, I just know why I feel like this race is long. And we got, who was that? The 51
Yep,
around on pit
Papa
road?
USA.
That's who I thought that was looped around. I couldn't see it from the long straightaway there.
Now, the one interesting thing, too, that I've seen this race is the leader right now, Jake. I believe it still is, but he doesn't use the bottom in turn 3 and 4 coming out of the pits. He goes right to his line up top, which most drivers you see, they'll use the bottom just to get it going. Then once they get to that turn 1 and 2 for the lap, they'll actually go back to running their highline over the one. But he goes up the right away to get back in his groove. Very interesting.
Yeah, definitely comparing and contrasting between the 95 and 2, as you mentioned earlier, they were running down on the bottom. It seems like at the top line seems to have a little bit more speed on it because Jake just, nobody can really touch him, and he's just been running the high line. It looks like pretty much everybody else has been kind of in that middle of the low line tonight.
And the 91 just took out the 18 for just about no reason, I believe. So that could have just been lag, as it looked like, but...
No, they had an issue earlier.
That would be Manolix. 91 machine. Keep an eye on that, see if that situation gets escalated or not.
Also, from that from that cycle of pit stops, it seems as if the 27 gapped the leaders gapped second, third even more, and the 2 truck did drop from third to fourth as Terrell just had a great pit stop and a great pit entry to get up to third place behind the second place driver.
Fast Claire getting under the Ford truck of Joker there. Did a nice move on the inside and makes the pass going into turn 3.
They have about 8 to go on the stage, by the way.
18, Mr. Big Belly is taking his big belly down the pit lane.
He has a blown white rear tire from what I could tell.
It's like some of these development drivers still have to try to get used to this tire wear and try to figure that out. It's like it's still a battle to figure out where that tire wear is.
And that is the 91 had just cut the grass. He was mowing the lawn over there on the front stretch. Also, I did see the 52 either lagged out or he disconnected manually.
Oh, Mr. Johnny Cash, he was giving us some 3 wide moments there earlier. Looks like an early exit for him. Boys field is really spread out now. So you got one little battle there. That looked like the 14 truck. Battle with Terrell. Terrell crosses him over. I don't think that's for position. I think that 14 may be out on the lead lap there. Not sure on that. Ooh. Side bump there, but everything's still going clean. That's really the only battle I see at the moment.
A truck of City Durbridge got into the wall on the front stretch.
'75 is on pit road. That is Steelers 41. Big Rebel Joker there with the 18 underneath of him. Really mellowed out now. Back up
That
here
is-
to see what-
There's about a good group of about 3 cars right now. It's gonna be the 88, I think, and the 91 in a battling right now. I believe that's for position.
rubbing on him there.
That was the end of stage, guys.
That's gonna be the end of stage 2 here at Iowa.
Alright, guys, I'm not trying to be the bad guy, and I'm supposed to be an admin in this league. But I already told Mantis to leave or back out because of that, and I told the A team wasn't cleared as well because they both retaliated to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if so be that
it could do.
Well, I mean,
Gotta take that stuff to the garage after the race if you have issues with people not on the track.
Absolutely, especially in something like this in a development league or development race here. You know, you're trying to show what you got out here, and if you have, you know, if you get short-tempered like that, start retaliating stuff like that, the guys watching, they're not going to like that too well.
Exactly.
Just starting P1, you have Jake to start the final stage. You got C95 starting second, Young Boy Terrell, and Dash for Cash are your top four, and they're the only four cars in the lead lap, I believe. Now, there might be one more all the way at the back of this pack, but...
Truck there looks like he tried to side draft the 95 and get a run up on him on the outside, but unfortunately he kind of tagged the wall a little bit and it killed his run. Whoa! Trucks everywhere.
Another thing that's going to be interesting with these front four leaders is if the 2 truck can get cleared and can get a run on the 4, what is he going to, on the 27 I mean, what is he going to do with it? Because they usually run the same line here. So it's going to be interesting to see if he tries to get to the bottom, or if he's fine just waiting and pulling some strategy to get past him.
3 wide for the lead.
And as I was saying, he's not just going to sit behind him. He is going to try to get that lead and pull away like the 27 did in stage 2.
Yep, if you're going to go for the lead, you might as well do it while you have the freshest of tires, because once these tires wear, I think that's when you start losing grip and you're not able to make these bold passes and moves like you can right off the bat.
And they'll be going 3 wide for the lead here, 2 in the middle, 95 on the bottom, and 27 up high. 95's going to clear, come up to the wall on the front stretch.
Young Terrell there in the 15 just watching this like, you guys go right on ahead. I'll catch you later.
And that's a big thing. He's been the most patient out of these guys, so if something does happen to them, he's going to have the most time to avoid it, or even he's going to be the first person to have a chance to get by it all.
Indeed, I really do like the 15's patience here, how he's just sitting back here just watching it. 95 up to the lead now.
I tell you right now, the class of field's been the 2, the 27, the 15, and the 95 right now.
And not only they have been fast, but they've been racing each other hard and clean. And that's what the captains out here, that's what they're looking at. They're looking not only just for fast guys, but guys that can run around each other, have respect for each other. And these 4 guys have been pretty much doing that all night long.
And that's something you'd love to see out of them. It's just the fact that they can sit here and race this clean and still be going 3 and 4 wide at a point for the lead at this late in the race.
Looks like Terrell and the 2 truck there, Pro Dash, looked like they made a little contact there going into turn 1, and they lost a lot of time to the 2 trucks in front of them.
Let's see if they have fast enough trucks though now to be able to run back down the 2 trucks in front of them.
It's like the 95 has just hit the boosters. He's even driving away from Jake at this point.
One thing about a lot of these tracks and stuff is if you get in that clean air, it's going to help you a lot, and it really just helps you pick up speed and stuff.
Absolutely. Clean air, clean air. No matter what aerodynamic changes they've done to these vehicles over the year, it just seems like that clean air is the place to be no matter what you're running.
I mean, I think the only kind of tracks that clean air is a bad thing is have restrictor plates, because you're gonna have all those guys behind you with the big guns and stuff.
Trey just made a joke in the developmental chat. That's funny. Trey just said, someone punt the 27 truck. Oh no, he said it to me, but it's like, someone punt the 27 truck. Why? Jake's amazing.
Now, do you want to punt him or do you want to kick him? There's two different things you can do there when it comes to that type of talk.
Oh yeah. I mean, see, the bad part is I was the same way with UK when the Truck Series last season. He dominated so much. But again, the thing is that you got to think in retrospect of, if you can beat him, you know you're doing something.
You know you're doing something right, yeah.
Exactly.
If you beat the fast guys, you know you're doing something right. You might as well just keep doing that.
Definitely gives you a boost of confidence too. Says, well, you know what? Maybe I can finish top 5. Maybe I can win a race. Maybe I do have a shot at a championship. Kind of boosts your confidence up that I can drive and I can be better.
The thing is, though, you got to think about it too. You don't have to win races. See, that's what people were saying. Oh, I had this many wins. I'm this quick. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm a hypocrite on my own self, because I do want to get my first win in Giggity. I want to say, hey, I've won one in this. Because Spark, coming even from you, it is hard to race and win here in this league with the talent we got in all the series. It is very hard to get a win with the caliber we have.
Yes, it's hard to get a win. Heck, it's even hard to even get a top 5 with
Exactly.
the caliber we got in here. Sometimes
I mean,
a top 5 feels like a win.
Right? Heck, last night for me was, I was racing in the Custom Xfinity last night and dashed my way in. And I actually, you have to be like laser focused for that series. That series is a whole other ballpark there. But, again, I got a top 5 and I felt like I won the race. That's how it's been lately for me in the Truck Series. My mindset was, I want to get a top 10. That's it. If I can get a top 10, great, and then work on after that. Because
Right.
it's been so hard to try to even get a top 10 lately. So, but yeah, go through here. It looked like Trey backed out.
Like you
Trey.
may have.
I believe he did that earlier towards the end of stage 2. If I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
we got a lot of guys still left in this race, though. Looks like Mist is coming to pit road, I believe. Yeah, Mist is coming down pit road for maybe a short pit to figure something out later down the road, maybe.
Maybe. Might have came down, got the fresh tires, see if he can gain some time up.
Seems like a couple more cars are starting to make their pit stop for the stage.
Oh, and the 88 is around turn 4. Looked like he was trying to get down the pit lane, and the Ford truck just didn't check up in time and turned him around.
And the 27 truck just got wicked loose coming off of turn 2. He's gonna angle that thing and get back in control of it, and now he's gonna be entering the pits here for his pit stop. As well as the 15, I believe that is. Yep, the 15 as well as pitting. You get the 33 entering the pits, the 37, the 8, the 5. Plenty of trucks are down pit lane right now. It is a busy place.
Definitely is.
And here comes the 2 truck, and the 95 is still out there.
Alright, guys, Trey just put in the chat. I had to laugh at this. We're getting pit stops here. Trey said, "Punt. Somebody punt the 27. 27 is called to the hauler early. Test his tires. Positive of PJ1 additive with his tires. So, yeah, we gotta love Trey. He messes around with a lot of people. He raced with Jake last season. Oh my man, fast on the outside of there for Jake. But yeah, he raced last season wise with Jake in the Xfinity before Jake moved up to Cup. Oh, big wreck down the front stretch. Looks like the 18 and somebody else.
That's the 75.
Oh, look like a big wad up there.
75
Steelers.
still is 41 and went through the grass style. And with all that,
Looks like Jake put it right back to the lead.
Yeah, because
That's okay.
95 is coming out now, so him staying out a little bit longer, he lost a little bit of time to Jake there. Jake will take the lead, but will the 95 be able to reel him back in now with about a couple laps extra fresher tires on?
All right, boys, I'm gonna ride along with the 95. I gotta go get my supper real quick.
okay. Hopefully it's good.
Indeed. Nothing like doing commentary on a full stomach of food.
So you got the 27 out there, the 95, and then the 15, and then the 2 is your top full.
And 15 is getting stuck behind some lap traffic here. He's got Dirt Dog in front of him and the 3 truck up on the outside. He's just trying to get through the traffic.
I know that the 2 truck did enter pit lane not as fast as he probably would have liked, so that could have cost him a couple of seconds of time.
Yeah,
to do this as well.
Yeah, it looks like he's about to turn back now from the 15 truck, so he definitely did lose some time there.
Now, one thing that will happen here, though, is when they get down towards the end of this run here, the 95 is going to be able to close up on the 27, and the 2 behind them are going to be able to close up a couple more seconds. So maybe if they try to short pit it and pull a strategy here, they can get back up to them for the final stint of this final stage.
Yeah, because I do think that, fresh tires are going to be key. It's just when to get them. When do you go get those tires? 95 is closing back up on him ever so slightly. He's almost up to his bumper now.
And that's going to be 2 to 3 lap fresher tires for the 95 than the 27. So this is going to be huge for him. Not as good for the 27, but good for the 95. And there goes the 95 getting to the inside.
There they come, down the backstretch, into turn 3.
Now, one thing we have seen out of this 95 truck is he is a lot better than the 27 and 3 and 4. But the 27 is better than him in 1 and 2, so it's going to be interesting to see if one of these guys can do something a little bit better in one of the other corners to be able to get that pass cleared.
Wow, this is good stuff. These guys are side by side and just driving side by side through the corners. I mean, this is good stuff.
And there goes the 95 making the pass. Like I said, it seems like he can stick to his line a bit better and get through it a little bit faster than the 27 and 3 and 4. And that is the thing about Iowa too, is 3 and 4 the corner is actually a little bit tighter than it is in 1 and 2. So you might be kind of loose in 1 and 2, but you can be really tight at 3 and 4, just depending on how you drive the track.
That's a good observation. That is true. Definitely 2 different style of turns. It's like the first 1 and 2 it seems like you gotta kind of float through there and pick up the throttle a little bit later, and then you get into 3 and 4, and it's kind of like you sometimes. I know some guys sometimes will even have to use the brake to get in there sometimes. 95 is pulling away. He is checking out again.
And now, like we seen last time, the 95 checked out on the 27, then the 27 pitted, and they got that lead back. So it's gonna be interesting to see on who decides to pit when and where, and if this race does come down to like a 3-lap run at the end or a full 5-lap run, will that short pitting strategy work for the 27?
Oh, we got a big crash on the backstretch. Fast Claire and the 5 and the 3 truck collide.
That's gonna be the 3 of Marlboro. And it seems like they're both gonna keep it going straight here.
Oh my goodness. I just caught that. I was looking back through the field and just caught that. And I'm not sure if the 3 got loose, but it looked like there was some contact there, and the 3 went around and the 5 got collected as well.
And that was a big hit for that 3 truck.
There was some definite problems over there.
I like that. I like that a lot. Another thing I've been seeing this race is we've seen a lot of trucks get down to the yellow line, but they'll get down there way too much and they'll hook themselves around, or they'll get loose or tight because they'll bounce them up. It seems like the 95 really set up his truck to where he can get down there a little bit better than other trucks and stick it and not get loose or not get shot into the outside wall from that apron.
Yeah, it looks like he might be running. Oh, there comes Marlboro down pit road now after that incident. But yeah, I believe you're right. It looks like he's able to stay right where like the gray and the black area is. He's not quite entirely down on that yellow line, but it's like right on that gray area where it's a little bit gray in the black part of the groove, and he's able to keep that truck right down there. It seems to be very comfortable.
The only downside to that bottom side is that you're going to use a more tire down there, but with how he's using his strategy, I think he's kind of figured out, like, if I run it this way for so long, then I move up a little bit at a time. As the run goes, I can make that run to where I want to pit when I want to pit. And I think that's one of the issues the 27 has been having this race since he lost this lead, is that he's using his outside line to conserve those tires a little more, but he's had to move around a little bit to try different lines to try to catch this 95 truck. So it's going to wear his tires down more because he isn't fully in control of how to run the track down there since he's been running it up in that high line for so long.
Indeed. Well, that 91 truck out there looks like he's got a little bit of lag going on. He keeps dancing around like a ballerina.
Yeah, I seen him lag a little bit earlier in the race, so he got into the back of somebody and pushed the person in front of him into the truck that was in front of that guy. It caused a little bit of a stack up.
Got some trucks pitting. Jacobs are now on pit road, I believe.
You have Will racing down there. Let's see who else is on pit lane. Dash. You got Jake. The 15 entered the pit lane the lap before that. The 2 is exiting the pits as well right now, and the 95 is still out there. And as we said, he is on 3 to 4 lap fresher tires. So he can stay out an extra couple laps than these other guys, but it is going to cost him the lead, more than likely the guys who have just pitted. And here he comes to pit lane.
So if he didn't stay out too much longer, he figures, well, I got a little bit burned the last time, I better get down here and try not to get out pitted this time.
Now I do believe with him pitting just that 1 to 2 laps later to some of the other trucks, is that it still might cost him some time and still might cost him the lead, but instead of being back there by about 1.5 seconds, it'll be just maybe like 1 second back or less.
You see Jake right now, he's actually down the backstretch, so he just got his lap back. Let's see where C95 comes out. Not by much.
Coming out of the pits now.
And he gets
Oh!
won by a pit road glitch.
Oh,
Wow.
man.
So he's going to go back to about the 4th position with the 2 truck passing him right about now. And we'll see what he can do to try to get that time made up if he can.
I guess we still are on the trial version of NASCAR Heat 4.
I know, right?
So I am assuming at this point that Jake is back out in front as the leader.
Yes, so.
That's a big straightaway gap too right now.
Yep. You got Jake out there leading. You got the 15 and 2nd, I believe.
He's just going into turn 1 now.
Yeah, you have the
Terrell.
15 and 2nd. The 2 truck of Dashed and 3rd, and then the 95 of C95, as we're calling him, in 4th.
Terrell's now coming off 4. The 2 trucks just coming off 4, and then I think the 95 is just right behind him. So those 3 are close enough to make a battle for 2nd.
Now the question is, do you got to pit again? Are they going to be good to go to the end?
That is a very interesting question. Just from my knowledge of this all, I believe that these guys did have to pit 2 times in just the first 2 stages, so this stage might be a 3-pit stage if I am not mistaken. .95 is making a pass for third. He's trying to make a pass on the 2 truck for 3rd, and he is gonna slide up in front of him in the front stretch to make that pass for 3rd place.
Ooh, that was close. That was really
88
close.
slide jobs in front of the 27. Seems like he got a little loose off of the corner and just overcorrected and got into the wall right in front of the 27 of Jake. But he doesn't let Jake get back past him there in turn 3 and 4.
Whoa! Boy, the 95 had to check up big time there. He ran up on a lap truck there, that purple truck there, and had to check up big time to make sure he didn't run him over.
These guys still have 26 to go from what I can see. So there will be one more pit stop.
Yep, I believe you were correct then, because I believe the fuel run was, what,
21.
21, so yeah, definitely have to make one more stop here.
Only the top 4 trucks on the lead lap as well as Jake, Youngboy, C95, and Dash, and then 5th place right now is Canfield, who is 1 lap down in the 33 truck.
Oh, man, I haven't mentioned his name too much tonight, but that's a good run for him running there in 5th spot. Nope, looks like Mulberry's a little slow going into turn 1 and 2 there. I don't know if she had a problem there or what. Oh, whoa, and everybody's trying to split the gap there. Wow, good driving.
Sorry, boys. I had to deal with an issue here. Sorry. We're good now.
So, as we can see here, they've gone about 2 laps since that 26 lap, so they're coming to about 23 to go this time. It'll be interesting to see, once this pit window does open at 21 laps, all people are going to, in the 5 truck spins out on the back, the 75's in the wall, and that all happens in front of your 4th place driver on the 2. He's gonna get caught up in that. He's not gonna lose too much time to the guy, to the 95 in front of him, but he's gonna lose just enough to where it's gonna be kind of hard for him to run him back down.
Man, oh man, that happens so quickly. Doesn't take much.
And as I was saying, though, it would be interesting to see who does take that opportunity to pit right away when that pit window does open, or how long people are going to try to stretch it into that run to make their tires be better towards the end of that final run.
It's definitely going to be like a chess match here on who bites first. I think when you see, like, if I'm like one of those guys running second, third, and fourth, somewhere back in there, got to be thinking maybe I better get on pit road, get them fresh tires now, and try to gain some time back up. The leader's got to be thinking, man, when are those guys going to pit? Because I can't stay out here too long because I don't want to get put behind.
But there is some good at being put behind sometimes when you do have those multiple lap fresher tires, but you're going to lose a lot of time too from not pitting when they're on their first tries coming out of the pits.
Of course, with this last pit stop, not going to have too many more laps left. Not like it was early in the race where you could get away with that, and get time to get caught back up. Would you have enough time to get caught back up with the amount of laps that are left? Wow. Mr. Terrell said, excuse me there to the 33 for a moment. Mentioned into 33, there he is. Got a pretty decent run in that machine here tonight.
And they are 3 wide right now, the 15, the 10, and the 33.
I bet if that 10 truck was not a lap down, he'd have a pretty good piece here tonight. He's been up there with the leaders all night long. Unfortunately, he's been a lap down, so he hasn't been able to battle for position too much. But Dirt Dog, the dog's hunting.
Hmm. 95 just got wicked loose on entry right there. He's going to get back down, but he's going to keep that thing going straight. And he's actually gained some time on the 15 now.
Yeah, of course he has to go through those same 2 trucks that the 15
and here
had
comes
to go
the
through.
15 to the pit lane.
Oh, the Dirt Dog's in the wall.
Seems like he got a little bit loose off the
here's the
corner.
thing, guys. Look right now, though. C95 didn't pit. What if he's going to try to strategize himself and run a little bit longer than them guys to make up that time that he lost?
Well, one thing about this track that we all know is that you stay out there, you can stay out there for an extra 2 laps. Because you can lap the field by 2 laps, so it might be a good strategy to stay out for those 2 laps, get them down those 2, and then you come in and get your tires.
And with the amount of laps to go, and judging on your tire wear, would somebody gamble and take 2?
And here,
Or-
I believe,
Or,
here comes the 95 this time.
or, you know what else could have happened? I mean, it was me. He could have saved some fuel.
He's on pit road now, so there goes all that out the window at this point.
And
Exactly.
here comes Jake getting one of his laps back.
And just as you were saying that, he just hit the pit lane.
So where is Jake at? Jake is exiting forward
Jake is
now.
second place.
Yeah,
Let's see.
he's not
10,
gonna.
There's 15. There he is. Wow. The 15 is ahead of him, it looks like. I have to take a look at that.
And after that cycle, it seems like some strategy was made here or something, because you have Jake leading, C95 in second, Dashed is in third, and then Terrell is about the whole track back in 4th place.
Yeah, that's interesting. I'd seen him when we were checking that a while ago and was looking for Jake. I seen that the 15 was right in front of him, or pretty close in front of him there, and I thought maybe he might have pulled something out, but it looks like everybody else did.
Now maybe these guys took 2 tires? These guys 1, 2, and 3? Or maybe Terrell had an issue entering the pits or exiting? That could have caused him to be back here?
Quite an interesting turn of events.
Ten to go here. 9 to go here on the final stage.
Hey, truck got in the wall there a little bit, and that
Sorry, boys. Trying to get this cough won't go away.
It's fine as long as you share some of that supper with us that you got.
Well, it's Chinese chicken, so
oh,
that's all they had. My dad said they were actually out of everything else. So,
Chinese chicken's good.
well, the way everything's been going around the world, I don't expect anything less. Let's see here, wise.
Yeah.
Say we're about 7 to go this time by.
Once Jake hits the line, yes, we'll be at 7 to go here in the race. The M&M's 200, I believe it's called.
Yes, sir.
You know, I'm stupid because it says that on the top of my screen. I just didn't see it until now, so you know that's fun.
yes, yes, indeed, it's definitely looking like that. Jake might win this thing unless something drastic happens.
Now, one thing I'm seeing out of Jake right now is he does have a couple lap cars in front of him, and right now he's right behind the Ford truck in Robo Joko, and he's just kind of chilling, just doing his own thing, not really trying to get up too close to him, but also just chilling, running his line, controlling what he can control. And it seems like Robo's going to get out of his way, get down to the yellow line, and tap his brakes to let that 27 get cleared of him going into turn 1.
Yes, sir. That's the, I like to say when lap trucks do that, I say they are a gentleman and a scholar for doing that. Just a good show of respect there to the leader.
I was looking here, Wads, guys. I know it's been like maybe 6 minutes ago here, but I'm having an in-race report, or not in-race reporter, but an in-race lap person. Rebel said there was about 14 to go. I don't know if that's the case or not.
Right now they're coming to 4 or 3 to go here. Let me get into the radio connections here with the 27 truck to see. He's on 3 to go. The leader's on 3 to go here.
Alrighty.
75 gets out of the leader's way, gets down to the apron, makes sure he doesn't cause anything with the leader.
Should have 2 to go now.
Yes, sir. 3 truck gets out of the way.
Get the white flag in the air this time by, it looks like.
White flag for Jake.
Most part, this has been a pretty clean race out here. I've had a couple of incidents, but not too bad. Oh, 88 kind of.
And the checkered flag is out and waving for the 27, and he will take this thing home. And I just dropped everything. So your top 10 here is going to be, you have Jake, D95, Dash, Terrell, Canfield, Fast Clay, CD Dover in 7th, Rub on him in 8th, Wally in 9th, and in 10th, you have Whale Racing.
Interesting to say the least, guys. It was good racing all the way around. Can't really complain about anything wise for this race. I mean, besides a little bit of back and forth about racing hard, but you're going to get that.
And for the most part, everybody kept it pretty clean. Some good hard racing out there at times, and then as things settle down, I think this development series is a pretty good series to watch. Got to see a lot of good talent out here tonight. Hopefully the captain saw something good out there and some more of these folks signed up.
Alright here, guys. Looking like the fastest lap error. Looking like,
Jake with a 24.027.
damn.
Second was Dash with a 24.066, and they were the only two to hit that 24.0 bracket.
Alright, guys. Well, we're actually going to be signing out here for tonight. It was a good race. We'll see you guys tomorrow night for the preset custom Xfinity. And by the way, we're going to have a special treat. I don't know if it's going to be broadcasted. I should have said this earlier in the stream, but I forgot about it. We're having a charity race tomorrow night for Little Man. We do have a lot of spots open. If anybody that actually, well, I don't know if we're doing outside wise people or not, that want to join in. But we're doing a charity race for him. He's having a thing done for his heart, and we're trying to raise money for him wise to get his procedure done. We've done a lot of that recently for a lot of the Giggity drivers. Etho with his kidney transplant. We helped a lot of other guys. G9. We've helped Pro. We've helped a good bit of guys here and there to help them out, to keep them in this league and keep our family rolling. So I appreciate everybody. We had a lot of people in there for this developmental race tonight watching. I appreciate you guys so much for coming out here on a Friday night. You guys could have been doing anything else, but you came in here and watched our show, and I appreciate you guys so much for coming in here. Well, we're gonna sign off here for tonight. Thank you, Spark, and thank you, Acceptance, tonight for helping me in the booth. I appreciate it. Thanks for calling a good race here.
No problem.
Hey, you're quite welcome. It was enjoyable to commentate during the race, and good show tonight.
Always. And we're going to sign out here, guys. Appreciate it. Peace.